Yes.
What is the fastest growing business that women entrepreneurs are investing in right now?
You know, that's very interesting because typically women have started service-related businesses, but we're seeing a lot of women go into high-tech businesses, construction businesses, energy-related businesses, and telecommunications. So we're seeing a lot of growth in those areas. And I think right now, if anyone who has an inclination or an interest or a background in anything to do with alternative energy, huge growth industry. Plus, there's a lot of grants available for that particular industry now. Healthcare is another area. Good question, George. Yes, actually, I've done a number of segments recently on part-time businesses. And a lot of people in this environment, because of their insecurity about their job, and you know, the term job security is an oxymoron in today's environment, they are starting businesses as part-time businesses. So either to supplement their income as sort of as a plan B, or because they have a business idea, but they want to test it first. So they're starting off slowly, and it really is a very, very smart thing to do. I just did for my TV show a story about twin brothers who started a company 9 years ago part-time. They do edgy, trendy t-shirts, all related to St. Louis. And they grew it and grew it and grew it until they finally realized they were at the point where we're either going to have to, plateau where we are, not get any bigger, or we're going to have to quit our day jobs and do this full time. So here they are, 32 years old. They quit their day jobs, they're doing this full time, and they're doing extremely well. But they did it the smart way. They tested the market, they figured out what customers wanted, they got their strategy and plan in place. So when they were ready to launch it full time, they already had all this experience behind them. So it is a great way to get started, and you do reach that proverbial fork in the road where you have to make a decision. Yes.
What is the biggest mistake, in your opinion, that a woman wanting to start a new business or that implements that can make right off the bat?
The biggest mistake that I see women make is they start their businesses and they think too small. It's just, that's what they do. They underprice themselves, they undervalue themselves, they're not charging enough in the marketplace, and they get started and they're already competing at a disadvantage. It's interesting because women just won't state their bold business plans. They might have like an idea that they were wishing or hoping for, but unless you're willing to articulate that and put it out there, write a business plan that says, this is my vision, this is where I'm going to get to, share that story with other people so that they can see the vision and get invested in that vision, it's just not going to happen. You're just going to stay small, and I've seen it time and time and time again. So and women are much guiltier than men. Men are much bolder about saying this is what I'm going to do. So, yes.
This might be a very entailed question or answer,
Okay.
but yeah, I really identified with when you said women kind of tend to want to do it all and have a piece of every part of it, and you will never grow beyond a one-woman shop if you do that.
Right.
So what do you suggest to kind of make that leap or that step to get beyond that? Because I really feel like that's a big issue.
It is a very big issue, and part of it is letting go. Part of it is also financial risk, because if you bring somebody else into your business, now you're responsible for that. So the first thing that I always suggest is to do this analysis of your strengths and weaknesses, and bring somebody in who does those things about your business that you don't like and that you aren't good at, so that you stay focused on the things that you do very well and that you can do strategically for the business. So for me, that would be someone who's more process-oriented, who's more detail-oriented, because I'm a really big picture, get 10,000 things going at one time. And so I need somebody who's my balance. So I think that's important. I think the other thing is women and this is true for corporate women as well as business owners, but we've sort of been conditioned that we don't ask other people to do things because maybe it's degrading, or it's like nobody wants to be with the bossy mirror. You never wanted to play with the bossy mirror in your playroom. Everybody wanted to be on equal footing and have consensus. Well, as you grow a business, you have to recognize that you might start off, maybe in that kind of teamwork mode, but if you're going to really build a business, you have to step up and be the CEO. And that means you can't be part of the team. And it means that not everybody's going to like you all the time. But it's not a popularity contest. A business is business and friendship is friendship. And as long as you do things that are not unethical and lacking in integrity or abusive or something like that, as long as you're not doing those things, as long as you're doing things that are in the best interest of your business, that's what you have to stay focused on. And then I also think that for me, because I am a creative person, letting go of even the things that I loved doing, that I do well, and letting other people run with them was hard. So I had to learn that when I was stepped back and looked at a project that got done without my involvement, that it might not have been exactly the way I would have done it, but it doesn't mean it's not good. So that was a real lesson for me, and to be able to let go of that creative outlet, because that's just part of who I am. So that's always tough. But a real sustainable business is a business that makes money while you sleep, that is teachable and repeatable. So a business that is based on customization. So let's say if my business was solely based on me writing and producing everything that we churn out, I would not have a business. The fact that I don't have to be involved in stories and editorial and all of that means that the business goes on. I can take off for 2 years and the business would still go on. So it's making money while I sleep, it's teachable, and it's repeatable. And those are the keys. Okay, well, thank you all very much. Thanks for listening.